Oh my god. It's finally here. It's finally here, ladies and gentlemen. You mean to tell me that your boy MegaCrasher, the Shirtless Maniac, finally gets to review his favorite of the Ultra Beasts, known as Guzzlord? Oh my god, I am so excited for this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world, MegaCrasher is here, or should I say, baby, the Shirtless Maniac MegaCrasher is here, coming at you hardcore, coming at you hyped up, coming at you full force, baby. Now, I need to preface this right away before we go any further here with this video. Okay, now this has to do with the like goals, okay? Like, I've set a pretty semi-decent like goals for all the other, reviews I've done so far, 15 to 20 likes is about a fair maximum and whatnot. Now, I may sound a little bit greedy here, but please don't knee choke me, okay? This right here is literally actually, I can't say literally one time only because there are maybe one or two other Pokemon that I may jump up the like goals for. But ladies and gentlemen, for Guzzlord, okay, please. I want to try. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do 70 likes. 70 likes. 70 is the number of which it is the level you encounter in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Level 70, 70 likes. Level 70 on the like goal meter, baby. That is a very tall order, but I think we can do this if we absolutely put our nose to the grindstone and do the best we can. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I present you now with another Pokemon Sun and Moon review, movesets, guides, competitive, whatever the hell you want to call it. Let's just get into this. Okay, you take a look at Guzzlord. The thing is a pit of oblivion that has limbs, that has a heartbeat. It just does not stop eating. It consumes and destroys everything in its sight, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I love it. Because this right here is the sheer resemblance of your boy's appetite, especially at an all-you-can-eat buffet, because I literally just can't stop eating, man. That's why I keep putting on this weight. That's why I'm going to the gym, making a point to turn my thick fat into shed skin so I can be a skinny version of your boy Guzzlord and be more like a Lissapod, because that thing is a jacked Isopod, man. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, checking it right here. We got the typing being Dark and Dragon. Now, Dark and Dragon is a very, very, very interesting and very rare typing that is only shared by Hydreigon. And I just gotta say, this typing right here, I absolutely love it. This right here, I could not find a better fit when it comes to Guzzlord and its typing. I mean, maybe something like Dark and Poison, I don't even know, or maybe just pure Dark, but Dark and Dragon does work too because it has that beastly sort of feel to it, man. Like, it just has that menace, okay? So right away with this typing, you have an immunity to Psychic, okay? And then you have a total of 6 resistances. That being to Dark, Electric, Fire, Ghost, Grass, and Water. And that right there is a very, very nifty set of resistances, okay? Now, we get to the weaknesses. Okay, yeah, your boy Guzzlord is weak to the likes of Bug, Dragon, Fighting, and Ice, and you're 4 times weak to Fairy, so you're 4 times weak to Pixie Dust. I mean, this thing consumes everything, so it shouldn't actually have to be weak to anything, because it's like, okay, you launch an Ice Beam at it, it's gonna eat it. You launch a Moonblast at it, it's gonna eat it. You launch Tapu Lele at it, that butterfly in a cookie jar is history, okay? You know what I'm saying, man? So anyways, ladies, oh shit, I just clicked on an ad. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, get back on track. So we go to the ability. Its ability is Beast Boost. We take a look at the stats right here. We can tell right away the kind of boost that we're going to be getting when it comes to Beast Boost, because what Beast Boost does is for every single time you KO an opponent, the stat of the highest numerical value will receive a +1 boost. Now, unfortunately, that does not apply with the HP, which if it did, that would be ridiculously crazy because the thing would just keep gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining more HP than it could even count, okay? So, we take a look at the stats, okay? Its HP is ridiculous, okay? Like, we have not seen HP like this since, like, the Chansey and Blissey days. And then there's Zygarde Complete Form. Like, that is just ridiculous. Okay, so it's got 223 on the HP, 101 on the attack, 53 in both the defense and special defense, 97 for special attack, 43 on the speed. So this thing just has absolutely lopsided stats. Like, my god, it's like 3 of the stats are absolutely bad. 2 of the stats are moderately okay, and 1 of the stats is just like gargantuanly, like, godly, okay? Now, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, with all the strengths and weaknesses and all that crap, which I think, honestly, with a look like this, it should not be weak to anything. It should just gobble up everything in sight and be the most broken Pokemon there is. Eat up the Ubers tier, eat up the Anything Goes tier. How you doing, Smogon? I'm afraid you got no metagame left. I kid. But ladies and gentlemen, now we get into the meat and potatoes of the video, because now we're going to be showing you guys some movesets for Guzzlord. Oh my god, okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting into the cream of the crop of the fucking crop of the video, okay? They say the cream rises to the top. Well, this right here is nothing but cream. No filler, no additives, nothing like that. This is all cream right here. Nothing but nutrition. Let's get into this. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so checking out the first set that we got going on here is quite possibly my favorite way to use Guzzlord. And this right here, I mean, it lives up to the name Guzzlord because it's just guzzling them hits like there's no tomorrow, man. Ice beams, how you doing? I mean, like, this thing is just so incredible, it just does not die. Now, I'm gonna break this down to a simple mathematical equation, man. So, check this out, okay. First things first, item for choice is leftovers, okay? Leftovers is an item that allows for you to restore 1/16 of your health at the end of each turn, giving you a little bit of recovery at the end of each turn. And I just gotta say, that's also very fitting for Guzzlord to have leftovers. That way it can munch a little bit at the end of each turn because it can't stop eating, baby. So, up next, we take a look at the ability. Well, its only ability is going to be that of Beast Boost. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we take a look at the first move. It is Crunch. Crunch is a very reliable base 80 physical dark type move that has a 20% chance to lower your opponent's defense by 1 stage. And then we've got Dragon Tail. Now, this move right here is a double-edged sword. I love it for its benefits and qualities because not only does it stack well with entry hazards, in which whenever you phase out an opponent, a new Pokemon has to switch into its place and take entry hazard damage. Not to mention, this also phases out any Pokemon that attempts a setup sweep on you. But first things first, it's got base 90 accuracy, so it can miss sometimes. I mean, I remember one time I missed 2 Dragon Tails in a row, and it was in the game that I got hacked pretty much to death, and I just absolutely raged and lost my shit. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it ain't about that. It is about Guzzlord, baby. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, the second flaw to this move right here is the fact that Fairy-type Pokemon cannot be harmed by this move. So that right there is, like I said, a double-edged sword, but you got more qualities than you do flaws, in my opinion. So up next, we take a look at Rest. Rest is going to be a very solid move for you to have because for 2 turns, yeah, you are fast asleep, but you restore everything that there is about you. Health, statuses, you name it, man. Not to mention, this also actually makes Guzzlord a pretty comfortable status absorber. I mean, like, you can switch into Toxic, you can switch into Thunder Wave, like, things like that. Absorb them statuses like an absolute champ. Just eat that shit up and then go for a little snooze. You know what I'm saying? And then we have ourselves Sleep Talk. The cream of this fucking set, Sleep Talk. Because this pairs very well with Rest because you're in a state of sleeping, right? While Sleep Talk allows for you to use any move at random while you are asleep. And for 2 turns, you can do exactly that, and you can just absolutely have your way with the opponent and not be completely helpless when you are fast asleep. So anyways, we take a look at the EV spread. Now the EV spread right here is very specific, and it is, in my opinion, the best way to utilize Guzzlord's bulk to its absolute potential. Now, of course, I was one of those guys that used to, you know, invest maximum into HP and, like, you know, split up the defenses, like, here and there, but I'm just like, no. Well, here's the thing, okay? Here is the biggest thing, is that this thing already has a ridiculous amount of HP, so you do not need to invest in any more of its HP. Put it in defenses so that way you're actually boosting up its defensive power, okay? Like, it has 223 on the HP, nearly 600 HP raw. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Like, there's almost no point in, you know, investing in its HP. I mean, you take a look at the likes of Chansey, Blissey. Like, they don't need HP investments because they need the defenses and the special defenses the most to make it work the best. Now, that right there is just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. Now, there are a couple ways that you can run this set. I choose to run an Impish Nature. Now, you can run something like a Careful Nature to be a little more specially defensive. It's really up to you, but you kind of have the same leveled out bulk. I mean, you're well over 200 in both the defenses, so I mean, you're kind of good to go there. Just the difference is, got a little bit more than a little bit there. You know what I'm saying? So up next, we take a look at an offensive approach when it comes to Guzzlord. And this thing ain't playing games, okay? It can eat hits, and it can certainly dish out the punishment, too. Okay, first things first, I absolutely adore Assault Vest Guzzlord because this thing just pretty much takes offensive tank to a whole new extreme, okay? Like, this thing is only limited to the likes of attacking moves, but you have a 50% boost in the special defense, which is ridiculously strong. It is ridiculously strong, okay? Now up next, we got the ability Beast Boost, and it benefits very well in this situation because of the fact that we're going to be making this more of an offensive Pokemon than a defensive Pokemon. Now, the first move we got is going to be Draco Meteor, being, in my opinion, the best special Dragon-type move there is. Unfortunately, this thing does not get something like Dragon Pulse, otherwise that would be kind of a really good alternative because you don't have to worry about your special attack being lowered by 2 stages every single time you use this, but this is base 130 power. This thing is a nuke. How you doing, baby? So up next, we take a look. We got Dark Pulse, complementing the Dark and Dragon type stab combination lock. Do you know what I'm saying? Now up next, we have ourselves Fire Blast. So that means that any pesky-ass Steel-type Pokemon that has Fairy-like attributes, like Mawile, like Klefki, that want to try and switch and be like, oh, I'm a pretty little fairy that can take your attacks. Well, I got news for you, baby. Can you take a Fire Blast? Probably not too well. And then these right here are for the pure fairy type switch-ins, like your Gardevoirs, like the likes of that Azumarill, that Benny Drum rat that just completely annoys and destroys the shit out of teams. It is unbelievable. But what Sludge Bomb does, it is base 90 power, has a 30% chance to poison. So that means that any fairy type switch-ins, the likes of Mega Altaria, the likes of Sylveon, you know, the list goes on, you know, Clefable, I should say, like, it goes on. Sludge Bomb nails them for really, really solid damage. Now up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have the EV spread right here. Now, it's a little bit of a specific kind of EV spread, so check me out on this. The reason why we have this EV spread right here is because 232 special defense allows for you to have 200 special defense exactly. Multiply that by 1.5, you get 300. So, an even 300 special defense makes you absolutely ridiculously tanky on the special side. And then we have ourselves 200 on the special attack. And the reason for that is so that you can get that jump, that 2-point jump for the sake of 4 EVs. So you're at 308 special attack, meaning that you're still going to have really good power when it comes to offenses, and the rest is going to be dumped into defense just to give you a little bit more on the physical bulk as well. But this right here is mainly meant to switch in on special attackers and threaten them out with really solid, powerful coverage and attacks, yo. Now, coming up next, we happen to have ourselves the physical counterpart of the Assault Vest set right here. Now, we have ourselves, like I said, the physical variant with Dragon Claw, Crunch, Poison Jab, and Earthquake. Now, there's a couple of options you can throw in here. You can throw in something like Hammer Arm, which is something that this thing does, in fact, get. We take a look at that right here. We could throw in something like Heavy Slam. Let's see what else we got going on here, man. Something like Rock Slide, Stone Edge, like the list goes on. Shadow Claw, although Shadow Claw and Crunch's coverage are kind of redundant, but that's just me. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, like, we got ourselves a Assault Vest to once again beef up your special defense, but limit you to the use of attacking moves only. And with this set right here, like, there is no recoil, no drawbacks, because you don't have something like Outrage that locks you in for 2 to 3 turns and then confuses you at the end of its usage. Although, when move tutors come in, it's going to be really damn interesting to see what Guzzlord gets for move tutors. Then we also have ourselves Crunch and then Poison Jab for them pesky-ass fairies. You almost always want to have Poison Jab, but that's just my opinion. You can opt out for something else. And then Earthquake would be for the likes of Heatran, you know, Alolan Marowak, things like that. And then we take a look at the EV spread right here. Again, we're going to be going for 232 on the special defense. So that way you have yourself 200 on the special defense, and boosted by assault vest, you got an even 300. We got 208 on the attack, so that way, like I said with the last set, you have yourselves a 2-point jump for the sake of 4 EVs, put the rest into the defense for a little bit extra added physical bulk. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we happen to, well, this isn't really a set. This is more or less meant to be sort of like to showcase some options right here. Now, I have choice specs here because this thing can use a choice specs, it can use a choice band, like it can use something like, I don't know, something like Life Orb if we go ahead and we take a look, something like Life Orb, something like Lumberry, what else we got going on here, something like Rocky Helmet, Citrus Berry. Like this thing has quite a few ways to make use of items and make use of them pretty damn effectively. So we have something like Hammer Arm, which I did point out earlier. We got Heavy Slam, which is something I did point out earlier. And Heavy Slam in particular is a really solid move in combination with Guzzlord's girth. Like, it is just absolutely ridiculous how big and bulky and heavy this thing is. We also do have something like Gyro Ball, so if you're worried about being outsped, which I mean with base 43 speed and all that stuff, if you're in a Trick Room team or whatnot and you got 0 speed IVs and a speed minus in nature, Gyro Ball could be an option for you. We got Stone Edge, which is something I also point out. You want to clip the wings of Talonflame, Mega Charizard Y, Volcarona, the list goes on. You know what I'm saying? Now anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't a set, as I said. This right here is just some options. Now, this next set right here kind of takes ridiculously tanky to a whole nother level. What we got going on here is the Z Stockpile combination. Now, what Normalium Z and Stockpile do in combination with each other is not only do you get the effects of Stockpile by boosting your defense and special defense by +1, but you also restore your HP entirely, like to its fullest. And it's free of charge pretty much. I mean, you do consume your Normalium Z crystal, but if you don't have enough in the tank to be able to get another stockpile off or another rest off, we can use Z Stockpile and be able to just, woo! Be able to tank them hits and restore your ass up. You know what I'm saying? So this set is very similar to the first set here, just the difference is we got ourselves a different item, being Normalium Z, and we also have ourselves a Stockpile Rest Dragon Tail Sleep Talk set. So kind of like a mono-attacking, shuffling kind of set, and with the EV spread very similar to this set right here. In fact, it's the same, just the difference is, if you want to have a difference in the likes of natures, you know, that's entirely up to you. You know, if you want an Impish for more physical defense, if you want Careful for more special defense, that's entirely up to you. Now this next set right here is sort of like going to be an attempt at a special variant version of a tanky Guzzlord set with Rest, Sleep Talk, Dark Pulse, and Flamethrower. Now these two moves go together, are pretty damn effective when it comes to type coverage, but if you're worried about being walled out by the likes of Fairy type Pokemon, you do have something like Sludge Bomb or Sludge Wave that you can work with here, and you know, just some really crazy options. I mean, you can even run like a substitute toxic set with like Rest, Sleep Talk, like just, you know, no attacks and just be completely just annoying as hell to deal with. Now let's see what else you got going on here. So we have the likes of Dragon Rage, Dragon Rush. I mean, Dragon Rush is okay. Base 75 accuracy is not really that good, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Let's see what else you got going on here. So you could even run something like Iron Tail if you wanted, for more consistent damage if you were against a heavier opponent in which Heavy Slam won't do that much damage to you. So let's see what else you got going on here. Let us see, baby. Let us see. So we also have ourselves Snarl. If you're a VGC boy or a VGC girl, you're a VGC homie either way, yo. If you are a VGC individual, VGC player, Snarl is your best friend. Now what Snarl does is it attacks the opponent, obviously, and it lowers the special attack by 1 stage. So if you were to run something like Snarl in a doubles battle with Guzzlord, then you'd be able to maximize your tanking potentials even further. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said there, ladies and gentlemen, that's actually... Oh, we also have Wide Guard too if you don't have a Wide Guard user on your doubles team. And what this does is it protects your team from widespread moves like Earthquake, Heat Wave, Rock Slide, the list goes on, Blizzard, all that good stuff. So with all that being said there, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you guys very much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash the hell out of the like button. Like I said at the beginning of the program, and this is quite the big order. This is quite the tall task. And I just kind of want to preface this. If I didn't preface this already, I probably didn't because I got way too excited. But this right here is an optional goal, okay? I mean, 70 likes, yes, is very, very, very high. But this right here, I want to try and make this gimmick work. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, okay? Like, you know, like I said, like goals are just for fun. But let's see if we can match Guzzlord's encounter level with 70 likes. If you want more content like this, make sure you rate, comment, share this video, subscribe today, and also ring that notification bell to be the first to know when you see me upload next, because you guys don't know the deal by now, my friends. When we're community type packed on this one, you know that we shine brighter than the sun and the moon combined, because we bring in that hype, we bring in that electricity, bring in the fire, bring in the ice, bring in everything that there is to bring when it comes to Pokemon types and everything nice and all that hype coming from yours truly, known as MegaCrasher. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next up, no.